Hey YouTube, it's your boy Widgie here, coming at you with some more Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition. And I got some more Hausa content for you today. And this matchup here on the rank ladder against the Real Hulk, India player here, is really going to demonstrate how cockroach-like Hausa is. The survivability of this civ is crazy, and that's all I'm going to say. We're going to jump straight into it. Hope you guys enjoy this. At the top left part of the map, of course, you have myself playing as Hausa in the cyan, and on the bottom right part of the map, we have the Real Hulk playing as India on the bottom right here in the pink. Now, this is going to be very interesting. I hope you guys learned a lot from this, and I'm learning more and more, and there's so many like little quirks, little just things about this civ that you need to know. They're so versatile, and I've sort of been running with one build at the moment, one kind of opening that Nick gave me, and if you haven't seen that previous video, make sure to check it out. This definitely is my new love, this civ, so I hope you guys enjoy this. We're going to run through what I'm doing, of course, so you guys can maybe follow along and give this civ a go. Who knows? Of course, I need you to let me know, guys, in the comments below if you've tried it out and how you've got on with it, basically. I really like to know. So you can see here, I'm opening up very standard with the African civ. We're putting down a granary, and we've just sold a cattle there for 150 wood, and we're going to be getting the village dogs, which is basically hunting dogs. I'm going to be putting a house down. That's all we're going to be doing, and we are simply just going to be getting our vills in, nice and easy. And we're going to be getting up to 15 villagers. Sometimes you can do 14, but 15 is what I like. And the first card that we're going to be getting is the 3 villager card. Now, my opponent here, Real Hulk, playing as India, he, spoiler alert, is going to be putting a quite aggressive aggro into the middle of the map, and he's going to be wanting to push me. So we're just seeing the age ups at the moment, nothing too crazy right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to sort of just shuffle along a bit as we start to get into age 2. Okay, all right, so I'm still on my way here. I've got 560 food. However, the Real Hulk here has actually sort of gone for a, is it like a 12-10 or something? I don't know. He's gone for a really early age up here. You can see he's trying to put the aggro down right now. It's sub 3 minutes, and I think he's struggling to get it down at the moment, but you can see he is over-gathering food a little bit here, and he's trying to find a place for it. So he's definitely going for aggressive, and annoyingly, he's having to put it further back here. So he is definitely going to be giving me a nice hard rush. And we can see just back at myself here, I've just started to get into the next age as well. I'm going for the Songhai, and it's always good to get the woodcutting upgrade. I sometimes forget this. It's so cheap, 5% extra, and I think it's like 60, 70 food, something like that, or maybe even 50 food. Make sure to get the hardened axes. You can get that from the livestock market. Make sure to get that as you are transitioning from age 1 to age 2. And you can see, just like the Nick kind of build that he showed me, we are going for Songhai, and we've got sort of vills split over wood and gold, and that's because we want to use our explorer over here to put a university down. So university, 200 wood, 200 gold, boom, it's going to go there. Relatively defensive, not too far out on the front here. We want to keep it here ideally because it's quite a crucial building. And of course, look, the Real Hulk asking me whether I am the real Widgie. The Real Hulk, I am indeed, and I hope that you find this also useful if you are going to watch this video. I'm sure that you will, and no disrespect to you at all. You know, I've got to find my content somewhere, and it has fallen upon this video. So I hope you do find it educational, useful, about how I played the game as well. And you can see now that my macros changed. I'm kind of going more over to the food and gold now. And when I age up, I'm going to sell a cattle here. I'm going to sell a cattle, and I do something wrong. This is the first mistake that I do with the build order. So you obviously, with the Songhai age up, you get a camp builder. And what do? I stupidly go ahead and build a war camp. So I go ahead and actually sell the wood and use it to build a war camp, and then immediately I realize that I've got a camp builder right here, and I don't necessarily need 2 war camps right now. So I've actually wasted quite a bit of wood. I really wanted to use the wood to be able to build 2 or 3 houses for population. So yeah, it's kind of a blunder here. Not a huge blunder, but it's definitely going to cause problems because if we have a look down here, the real Hulk, he is getting prepped for a kind of push here. He's got 5 sepoys straight in with another batch of 5 sepoys as well. So he is hard rushing me, guys. He's not going for 700 wood. He's not going for foreign logging. And I didn't really scout this. I did scout that he had the aggro, so I thought there would be some kind of timing attack potentially. But yeah, I wasn't expecting a full hard rush. And I've just about got the palace up here, which is really, really good for me. And I've stupidly decided, I'm just going to quickly pause. I've decided to start making raiders because I thought he was going maybe more of a timing attack and I could try and raid his vills. And unfortunately, I start to see a bunch of sepoys, which can easily counter raiders. I can see them walking into my base, and I've got no Falanis. Falani is my answer here. You know, the archer for Hausa, it's a perfect unit to deal with any kind of sepoy rush, and I didn't anticipate it. And this is my bad. I should have definitely scouted a little bit to see how many sepoys he's got, but I blindly went for raiders, and it's definitely going to cost me. However, we do have the palace up front. That's going to provide a little bit of damage as well. And we're going to lose a few vills here, guys. So strap yourselves in. We're going to be losing a couple. I think I lost around 3 or 4 in this exchange here. And this is really annoying. A nice sieging by him here as well to popcat me. I've gone ahead and sold some cattle again for some wood because I'm definitely going to need some houses. And you can see that I can't get my Falani out. I've got a shipment I could get here. I could get the 7 Falani, but I don't have it. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to use the raiders to just kind of sort of distract Hulk here. But he is actually picking off quite a few vills. I don't have the vill upgrade yet to improve HP. You can get that from the market. And you can see now I'm trying to get these Falanis out, and I kind of waste them here. They both pop out right next to the sepoys, and there just isn't the mass for them. So I need to get them out of there because I'm just going to lose them. So I move them out. I managed to save 4 of them. And you can see now I've got tribal societies. That's the HP upgrade. That's like the great coats coming in. And 7 Falanis are on the way. I've lost another villager, so I'm down to 14 vills. It's kind of dicey right now, guys. It is. And a lot of you might think this is the end, you know. I don't know what Hulk could have done differently here. Now, he could have tried to siege the palace, but these palaces are pretty dang good. If we have a look, they're 3.5k HP, 30 damage. You know, they're not an aggro fort. Aggro fort with 5k there. The bombard attack on aggros are only 25, whereas it is 30 here. So yeah, I don't know. They're a pretty damn good unit, and this is why going for this card first in H2, the Palace of Amina, is really good because it helps for any kind of raids that could happen, any kind of super pressure from your opponent. It's going to give you that kind of safety net, essentially. Give you a little bit of time to actually get some units out and hopefully survive. So this card is crucial. It gives you 300 influence as well. If I didn't have this palace here, I think it would definitely be GG. I think because he probably would siege some war camps and I'll probably lose right there and then. But we've managed to fend it off. And he is going to walk his sepoys back, and I'm now in a position to try and sort out my Falanis here. And now, obviously, losing quite a lot of vills is not ideal. I need to get villagers creating here, and I'm not doing it. I'm still just trying to get better with that. I think it's some kind of disability in this game, guys. If you know me, I can't, for the life of me, create villagers. So it's something that I need to work on. But I decided to go for 700 wood here. I don't know whether this was a good thing to do, but I thought that, look, we're going to need Falanis, right? We're going to need Falanis. We're going to need a bit more infrastructure. I think 700 wood might have been a bit greedy. I could have potentially gone for the Fodio tactics early to improve the range of the Falanis, but I thought at the best time there, I didn't have the influence to actually get any of these. I just thought, you know what, I'll go for 700 wood, and I think that was a pretty decent, you know, decision. We have massed 19 Falanis now. 700 wood is dropping in, so it makes my macro now a little bit easier. You know, I can just put the majority of vills over to food, and I should be in a pretty decent position. Unfortunately, over here, my raiders are going to get cut off by some rush puts, something that I haven't seen in a while. It's nice to see that unit from India, so it is going to be picking off a few of my raiders here. I do try and go in and annoy Hulk here, and it actually works quite well because I siege a house down, and it's actually pop capped him a little bit here, and now he's getting the he's getting a rush put shipment. So he's really sort of responding to the Cavs. And I think maybe he's over-responding a little bit here. Because, yes, I've got Raiders, but I think Rajput Sepoy is not going to do too well against basically a full Fulani composition. Fulanis are basically going to tear through a lot of this. And we can see here that now I'm still trying to continue with Fulanis. And I've actually used the 500 influence again to use the Songhai big button. So I've gone ahead and got another 5 raiders. So we have 11 raiders here. And I'm going to push forward with the Fulanis here. And what I'm going to try and do is use the raiders to distract. I'm going to try and use them to dance around. And I want Hulk to try and focus on the raiders. And I can use the Fulanis to pick any units off that are trying to get on top of me. But the great thing about raiders is they're 26 siege damage. So there's 11 of these bad boys. And we're hopefully going to try and siege down this aggro. Now you can see I've got next shipment. I'm going to I'm going to go for the Fodio tactics. I think this one was a huge one as well. This was a great choice, I think, that I went for. I could have gone for 5 raiders. It kind of would have been a little bit pointless, to be honest. So yeah, I go for the Fodio tactics here. This is insane, guys. You know, it's just the range is nuts. 3 range attack here it adds, which is crazy. So at the moment there's 17, and you can see that we already outranged the Sepoys, but we'll see when some Gurkhas come in from Hulk. We'll see how our range musters. But you can see here, you know, Hulk, not too sure what he needs to do, but I definitely wouldn't advise pushing in against the Fulanis. In this instance, I will probably think about making some Gurkhas. But the problem is, I think, is that yes, he's got 5 Gurkhas on the way, and now he's popped the Azeps here as well. So he's really trying to, he's doubled down on the anti-cav. He's got the Azeps, he's got the Rajputs, but, you know, it's kind of a bit of a red herring because we've got so many Fulanis now. So I'm doing quite well with the composition. I'm now starting to get a few Javelin Riders because I'm trying to anticipate what my opponent's going to do. I'm thinking, okay, he's probably going to maybe want to try and get a bit of cav here potentially. He might start going Sowers. And Javelin Riders are just a good tanky unit as well. They're quite good just being a frontline unit for Hausa because they're just very, very good. They're kind of like the Bow Rider unit from Lakota. So we can see here now pushing in again with the Fulanis. And you can see Gurkhas only have 18 range, guys. 18. And the Fulani here has 20 range. And this Fodio Tactics, I've got to say, I super underestimated this card. I always thought that it's kind of a, you know, not necessarily needed. But we can see here that the sheer amount of damage here that we're able to do, that the Fulanis are really kicking off now with their range. And we're zoning out Hulk's units here. Now we're able to take down the aggro. So you can see how the landscape has changed. How it changed at the start here, where he was moving in with the Sepoys. We had the Palace, which is a fantastic unit, great positioning, try and get it to the front of your base just for any kind of rushes. And we just held off. We didn't panic too much. We did lose a few vills. And we just thought about what do we need to react to this? And what we needed were Fulanis. Now, what I was expecting from Hulk were the 3 Delhis. I was expecting 3 Delhis to come in straight after the Sepoy rush. And that's what I was scared of, and I hoped that my raiders that I had left would be able to deal with them, but we didn't see any Delhis. Instead, we saw the Azeps. Oh no, because they've changed it, haven't they? Yeah, you can't get Delhis anymore. Can you? I don't think you can get Delhis from the Otto Consulate, which is kind of huge. I don't think you can now. I'm pretty certain you can't. Let me know down in the comments below, of course. And you can see now I'm going for the Ganachi card, and this is another fantastic card. You get Akans, you get 5 Akans, and you can start training them. And we're now going to start poking him. So we don't want to lose anything here. So you can see I just backed off, and I'm trying to bait in the units. So I'm trying to use the cav to sort of dip in and out, and I'm using the Falanis here. I'm putting them right here. So I'm just trying to zone off the units here with the Falanis. So you can see here I've got them on the perfect positioning right here. So if there's any units that are going to try and challenge me, the Falanis with their insane range, their 20 range, are going to be able just to cut through. And you can see I'm moving forward here because Falanis get extra speed. And I'm just going to go on top of this. I'm going to use the Raiders to try and just do what they can. And then the Javelins behind doing a good job as well. And they're just going to be clearing up Hulk's army here. And I'm just going to continue with a few Raiders as well, just to keep with the cav option. And now Hulk is actually going to be getting a 4 Sower Shipment. So that's his final kind of card that he can try and do here. But he still does have quite a few Vils, and the crazy thing is I had no idea he had Vils over here and over here, so I need to get better at my raiding. But, you know, the Falanis came in clutch here. With the Fodio tactics, it's just an insane card. And I just really am enjoying the Civ, guys. I know I keep saying this, and I've said it in the past about Civs, but like this Civ, Lakota, you know, look, this Civ is very, very similar to Lakota. Some people might disagree with that, but I think they are, the way they play. And you can see here I've got the Akans. I want to kind of get them in because they can do well against Cav in melee. And the Sows are going to get cleaned up. And the Rajputs are finito. And that is going to be GG. Ladies and gents, there it is. So, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this. And I hope you learned something from it. And I've learned a lot from this game as well about being under pressure. One of the biggest things was this Palace. Absolutely came in clutch. But the secondary thing, definitely for me, was the Fodio tactics. Fantastic against India. And guys, it just really shows the survivability of this Civ. How crazy it is and how you can come back. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought about this, what you've learned, and the real Hulk, if you're watching, man, GG, well played to you, and hopefully we can maybe scrim and we can practice a few games in the future. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you in the next video or the next stream. Catch you later, guys. Bye.